Hey folks, it's Bill Swift from Swift Canoe and Kayak, and we're here at our Oxtongue Lake facility, and we're going to talk to you today about the Prospector 16. This beautiful one has the carbon Kevlar trim. We also build them with aluminum trim. We have a version of the carbon Kevlar trim with a beautiful cherry outer gunnels on it. We do an all cherry trim configuration also that c'est la vie. Is one of the most gorgeous boats that you can get. But let's go over this baby today. This particular one is Kevlar Fusion, which has the black and gold interior. It's got the black and gold carbon Kevlar trim on it with the carbon end caps. This one has the lovely emerald green outer finish on it. And this one has the color match skid plates on it, which is a very popular option for people that like to go ramming speed into things. All of our boats have the new UV shield finish, whether they have a clear coat or a nice colored gel coat on them. We have recently changed how we do our float tanks in the end of the boat. This particular one has the release valve on it, which you want to pull out when you're not using the boat. It's got a nice wide flange on it. We installed these with a urethane adhesive. They're put in very well. And let's move down the boat a little bit. Our seats are very wide frame. We really move them out to the sides quite a bit for people that like to move around in the boat. We angle the front bar forward for people that want to kneel in the boat where it doesn't dig into the back of your thighs. When you're paddling, they're so comfortable. The seats are put in with stainless steel hardware. And Joe, let's see if we can show the folks this. Where we put the seats in, the ribbing structure is wider than the seat itself. It may be difficult to see in the sunlight here. What that does is provide incredible structural stability to the seat right here. It's very difficult for some people to move the seat around, and there's some canoes you see the way the seats are installed. When they paddle, the whole seat wiggles with every stroke, which cuts down on the structural integrity. All of our boats are finished. The last thing that gets installed is a beautiful cherry yoke that we build in our own wood shop. We put a stainless steel backing plate underneath on both sides to really hold it in well over time. And let's move down the boat, Joe. The stern seat, again, we make the seat very wide frame, very comfortable. People with larger feet can put their legs under if they do want to kneel. And let's go right to the end of the boat. On this one, people can see how we put an internal skid plate on the boat, which is the emerald cloth itself. That's standard. The color skid plates are an option that people can get. Now, the shape of the boat. These have a shallow arch bottom, lots of volume above the waterline with lots of flare, and then a little bit of tuck-in for the paddling stations and in the middle to allow a little bit of easier stroke where people are paddling. Now, a unique thing about the Prospector 16 shape is that it's a symmetrical shape. Both ends are the same, so if you turn it around, it's got the same shape in the water. This makes it very popular for people that want to use it for both solo and tandem canoeing. This boat is so versatile. People use it day paddling, weekending, tripping. And let's not take my word for this, guys. We're going to bring in a customer here and have them tell you all about why they love a Prospector 16. So we have lots of happy Canadian American Prospector 16 owners, but we've brought a bloke all the way over from Australia to tell you about his Prospector 16. And Travis, from what I remember, on the first container we shipped to you guys, you had a ruby over champagne, Expedition Kevlar.
That's right.
Black and gold carbon Kevlar trim.
Yep.
And we did something special for your boat. You wanted your company logo on the bottom of it.
That's right. Good memory.
Got it?
Yep.
Nice. So let's talk about Travis. Why a Prospector 16 for you? And let's tell the folks about why you like it.
Yeah, so I'm a diehard fan of Prospectors, and I just love that traditional symmetrical hull shape, and the versatility is the answer for me. It's everything. So I use my Prospector solo guiding for all of the trips I lead. I have a kneeling thwart in mine, removable, and I love paddling that solo for all the trips that I'm guiding. But I also love taking the family in it, and so my wife will tell me it's her boat. I'll tell everybody it's mine when she's not around. But we'll go out with the kids and we'll paddle together as a family of four. We'll take our camping gear with us as well, or even just day trip. And when we get to shore, everybody else can hop out. And I've got that versatility in that I can paddle it myself now. And so it's just wonderful how it's great with one person, two, with three, and it's everything.
It is. It's like the pickup truck you can do everything with.
That's right.
So let's talk specifically about the solo performance of it. When you paddle, if you're kneeling, do you heel the boat over on the side, or how do you like to paddle it solo?
Yeah, so I paddle in that traditional Canadian style, heeled over, ends broken free, and I just love how maneuverable it is, but I also love how well it tracks when I'm paddling it on my own. It's just brilliant. Yeah.
And when you paddle solo, do you sometimes try to put a little weight in the front? Because when we do the kneeling thwart, folks, it's about 18 inches behind the center point. So you will be a little bit off balance, but not significantly.
Not at all. And I don't mind being a little bit bow light. And I always have at least a day pack of equipment with me. And I'll just chuck that up the front. If it gets windy and I've got a headwind, I can poke it forward with my paddle. And for me, that's perfectly trimmed for paddling it in all conditions.
So when you guide people, so you may have groups of people in other boats and you'll be solo in the Prospector.
That's right. And interestingly, in a 16-footer, I have no trouble keeping up with any tandem paddlers. It's a really quick and nimble vessel for me to get around and help people and tell them tips and interesting things about the area. It's just the everything boat.
The stability and the comfort of it when
That's
you do
right.
that. You can point, you can look up and point. And
I stand up, stretch my ankles, and sometimes we do need to do rescues sometimes if people are playing around and capsize. And I'll stand up and do curl rescues in my Prospector or even boat over boat. But it's got stability for days. Yeah.
Now, so let's talk about then when you're paddling with Sarah, one of your kids. How do you like the tandem performance, and how do you like to use it for that?
Well, I find it incredibly stable as a tandem as well. And I just find that it's the right size that even if we are different weights, I'm heavier than my wife, she'll be up the front. We'll keep the day pack or the gear near her. It's trimmed out perfectly. And the kids can pick whether they want to be on the kneeling thwart or they'll just sit on a small esky or a cooler. And the more we load it up, the more stable it feels. So it's really great.
Now, one of the things that I love about the Prospector is that we've modified the shape of the original a little bit. It's actually this version that Swift builds is closer to the Chestnut Cruiser. It's a bit sleeker in the water. And David Yost took a little bit of the hollow out of the ends of the boat when he designed it for us. And David Yost is a historian of canoe design, and when he did this boat, he just hit a home run. What I love about it is that when you take a stroke, it just accelerates beautifully and glides into the next stroke.
Yeah, that's the first thing we noticed when we took it out, is that it felt very quick. It was a very efficient traveling Prospector, and I really appreciate that now.
And it surprises some people because it looks wide when you look at it, but most of that volume is above the waterline.
Yeah, and the fact that it's just the slightest bit of tumble home, when you're in it, it gives that perception of narrowness, but the stability is incredible for how it looks from the top. It's so confidence inspiring the minute I heel it over.
Now, how about the tracking maneuverability combination? This has a bit over an inch of rocker at each end.
Yeah, that's right. And so I definitely feel it doesn't have too much of a belly, that if I don't heel it over all the way, the ends don't break completely free and it doesn't become too maneuverable. But when I really want it to, when I want to do a pivot and turn around and go the opposite direction, I'll just heel it over that little bit further, the ends break free, and you can just make it dance. It's really cool.
Yeah, people do use these shapes, as you know, for freestyle paddling.
Yeah, no, that's it. And,
but then when you keep it flat, she tracks beautifully.
Yeah, and I find that the material of the inside having no ribs or anything that I can feel. It's quite comfortable on the knees, which is really lovely too.
Yeah. Now, you've used yours quite a bit, the durability of the laminates too, for paddling in Aussie rivers.
Yeah. So I intentionally go hard with it. I want to be able to show people what it can do and what it can withstand so I can talk confidently about it. And so because it was my first Swift canoe, I thought, well, it's my job. I've got to beat the heck out of this thing. And so I'm doing my best, and all it has on it is just storylines, nothing else, which is great.
Character marks,
Exactly.
we like calling them. Yep. And then the more character marks, the better the life the boats live.
That's right. And me too, because I've been in it.
Okay, the Prospector 16, Travis.
Definitely 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.